Find a seat. We are going to start now. Find a seat, find a seat. Starting in 10 seconds. We're going to start in 10 seconds. Okay, all right. So I'm now going to hand you over to your MCs for today, and they are going to introduce the event.
All right. Hello, staff and students, and welcome to SPIP World Book Day 2024. We have many fun events this afternoon, author talks, our bookmark winner announcements, the story challenge, and finally, the eagerly anticipated fashion show. Let's begin the event.
You may have noticed that we have a special guest in the school today. Not only will she speak to us, all afternoon, but she has already run some creative writing workshops for our Year 10 students this morning, giving them priceless tips and tricks to aid in their writing process. Her debut novel, The Moon Represents My Heart, has recently sold to TV studios to be made into a series that you will be able to catch in the future.
Please give a round of applause to our special guest, Miss Pim Wangtashawat.
And also, welcome to our interviewer, Mr. David the Wolf.
Hello, hello, hello. Does your microphone work? Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. Yes, it was now.
All right, well, first of all, I'd like to extend the warmest of welcomes to you, Pim, from our school. And let's start by asking you, can you introduce yourself to the school, please?
First of all, thank you so much for having me, all the teachers and all the students for being here. My name is Pim Wangdechawat. I'm Thai. I'm from Bangkok, and I'm an author. And this is my debut novel called The Moon Represents My Heart. So yeah, that sort of sums it up.
Excellent. Okay, so we've been looking at your book, The Moon Represents My Heart. Could you tell us briefly what inspired you to write this novel? I believe it's got time travel, romance.
Yeah, so it's inspired by my Chinese heritage. So like a lot of Thai people, we have a lot of Chinese ethnicity in our family. So this project came from the idea of like, what happens if someone becomes addicted to traveling back in time? And I started writing it a few years after my grandfather passed away. And it became like an exploration about what made me who I am today. And that led me a lot to my relationship with my dad, and by extension, his relationship with his dad. And it's also inspired by my time living in London. So I lived in London for like 3 or 4 years. So this book is sort of based on all of that, and it explores family dynamics and how do we cope with loss and how do we move forward with hope. So that's kind of
That sounds excellent. I'm really looking forward to it. Maybe we could teach it in the school in the future.
I would be on it. Also very scared.
Now, we just heard about the very exciting news that your book is being taken on by, is it Netflix?
Oh, Netflix,
And Gemma Chan,
Yes.
the famous producer and actress. Could you tell us all about that? How did it come about? And where are we with that project now?
So it all came about when my agent so in order for your book to get published in the UK or the US, you have to have an agent. So it's kind of like football. So the agent represents you and they approach publishers on your behalf. So after we got our publication deal, my agent sent the book to a film agent in LA. And the film agent sort of sent the book out to a bunch of people. And it got to Gemma Chan, who was in Crazy Rich Asians. And she read the book and she really resonated with it because her family is also British Chinese, and she's from her dad's also from Hong Kong, and my dad grew up in Hong Kong as well. So part of the book is set in Hong Kong and London. So it really struck a chord with us. So she wanted to get on board and produce it. So that's how the process started, and then we got Netflix who was interested. So right now, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen for sure because anything can happen in Hollywood, but right now it's in the process of being developed. So we have a screenwriter who's adapting the book into a screenplay. So it's a very nerve-wracking kind of, it's a weird process. It's been kind of bizarre and surreal and crazy.
Wow, that sounds exciting. We're really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed it gets there.
Yeah. Let's talk about your other books and novels. What are you working on at the moment?
So right now I'm working on my second novel. I finished the first draft, so it's with my editor who's going to give feedback. So the second book is, this one is based on my Chinese heritage. So the second one will be about my Thai side. So it'll be about two Thai people kind of like falling in love under complicated circumstances. So it's a bit depressing.
Do you always write in English?
When I was younger, I used to write in Thai. And this is an interesting question about why did I change to English. I don't really know. And I don't know if it's because as Thai people, we've been kind of programmed to think that, oh, someone who writes in English or someone who knows English is inherently smarter or better than people who can't, which is very not true. But that has led many Thais to being like educated in English and so on and so forth. So I think that plays a part into why I write in English. But I would love to write in Thai one day. I can write in Thai, but I feel like it's not as lyrical as I would write in English. I feel like I speak better in Thai, but but yeah, one day I would like to write in both.
I understand that you studied in the UK at university.
Yes.
Where was that?
I did King's College London for my
Okay.
undergrad, and for my master's degree, I did creative writing at Edinburgh Napier in Scotland.
Right.
Yeah.
What made you choose creative writing?
So before I chose my creative writing master's degree, I was working as a freelance writer. So I was writing a lot in Bangkok, but articles on culture, on movie reviews, and TV show reviews and stuff like that. But I've always wanted to write a novel because when I was younger, I loved reading. So I would read all the time. Like I would read when I was eating. I would read when I was like outside walking with my parents, and when they had guests. At one point, my parents had to sit me down and was like, "You can't read all the time, it's rude." So I've always had that love for storytelling and for novels and for books, and I really want to write a novel one day that would make someone feel less alone or feel inspired like I did when I was younger. So after I was working as a freelancer for a while, I was like, oh, I really want to write a novel, but I have no idea how to start. At that point, the only thing I wrote that was creative was poetry and fan fiction. I don't know if you know fan fiction.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, I haven't read any yet, but I've heard of fan fiction.
Yes.
Yeah. This is where you take the characters from a well-known novel and you create your own stories about them.
Yeah, so I wrote a lot of fan fiction, but I didn't know how to novel. So I thought, okay, now is the time for me to do my master's degree in specifically in creative writing. So I have an idea of how to finish a whole length novel and how do I get about getting it published. So that was the reason.
Okay. So you lived abroad in England and in Scotland. Was it cold?
It was very cold in Scotland, yes.
I know that a lot of our students here, especially sixth formers, they might be thinking about moving abroad and living and studying abroad. What advice would you give them? Did you find it difficult?
It was difficult. Like certain aspects were difficult. Like for example, I really missed Thai food. So I would recommend if you guys are going to live abroad for your studies, figure out a way to like cook Thai food or find a way to get Thai food because you really miss Thai food. You miss home, you miss your family, but I think the biggest adjustment was that you really had to like challenge yourself and kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You really have to make friends with people from other cultures. You kind of have to like throw yourself out there. And that's kind of difficult. The weather is also a big change. So there are, yeah, definitely different challenges.
Okay, let's go back to talking about writing a novel. For you, what was the most difficult part about writing a novel?
Finishing the novel. I think that's the most difficult part, not counting the whole publishing stuff. Because I feel like the publishing industry is its own beast, and it's very complicated and kind of stressful. But in terms of writing itself, the hardest thing is finishing the whole novel. Because I feel like most of the time when we write, most of the time we don't get stuff done because we are very self-critical. So we write something and then we read it back and we're like, oh, that's terrible. I was gonna say something else, but it was like, oh, that's terrible, and then you stop, or either you like edit it and then you never continue writing it. So I think that was the most difficult part. I kind of learned how to just sort of have a solid plan of what I want my book to be about, like from chapter 1 to the last chapter, and just write it out.
Were you disciplined? Did you have like a timetable of work for yourself?
Yes. So whenever I'm writing a book, I always have kind of a schedule. Like I would, for example, I would give myself a word limit. Every author is different. Some authors just write, or they do things differently. But for me, I would set a word limit for each day. For example, oh, if I'm going to write today, that I'm going to reach 1,000 words. Or sometimes I go, okay, I'm going to finish this particular chapter. So I always set a goal for myself. So that helps.
Do you share your novels with your friends or your family while you're writing? Do you ask them for ideas and feedback?
Not my family, not my family. But when I did my creative writing master's degree, it was the first time in my life that I had friends who wanted to be writers as well. Because when I was growing up in Bangkok, I didn't know other Thai kids who wanted to be writers. So when I went to do my master's degree, that's the biggest thing the most special thing that I got was writer friends. So when I was writing this novel, I would share my ideas with them, and they would share their ideas with me. And that really helps.
Okay, great. So today is World Book Day for us. We've chosen this day for World Book Day. And we're trying to encourage people to get involved in novels and reading, plays, poetry. For you, what do you think is the reason? Why should people be reading more?
Oh, that's a big question. That's such a hard question. But for me, I feel like people should read more because it opens up our world. Like when we're just existing, we have a very, maybe not narrow is not the right word, but maybe we have one particular viewpoint from the things that we are exposed to every day, our everyday experiences. But by reading, we get in touch with other cultures or other human experiences that are outside of ourselves, and it makes us more compassionate. It makes us more understanding of the world. It makes us more, empathy, and also it makes us smarter as well. It makes us more self-aware, and we learn things about ourselves while we learn things about other people.
Great, okay. Is there one book that you would recommend above all else to someone?
Oh, that's so hard because I have so many favorite books. So the first book that popped into my mind right now is Circe by Madeline Miller. I don't know if you guys know it, but it's based on Greek mythology. So it's a retelling of Greek mythology. And it's about this, I think she's a goddess, but and she's been isolated on an island by herself. And it's very, I think it says a lot about isolation, loneliness, and just, I know this is a bit dark, but I'm very fascinated by female isolation and loneliness as a theme. So I found that book very, very interesting and also very emotive. So that's the book that came to mind.
What's the title again?
Circe.
Sassy.
Circe.
Circe. Oh, Circe.
Yeah, Circe.
Yes, okay.
C-I-R-C-E, Circe.
Right.
Yes.
By the
Madeline Miller.
Madeline Miller, okay.
She's the same author that wrote The Song of Achilles. Yes, but this one is her second novel, I think.
Okay. What would you like people to take away from your books? When they've read your book, what would you want them to take away from it?
I want them to feel, first of all, less alone. I feel like when I started reading when I was younger is because I wanted to experience a world outside of myself, or get kind of like experience other people's experiences and live outside of myself. So I want people to read my book and feel like they're less alone and they're understood if they're going through difficult things. And I want them to feel encouraged. I always want to end my writing of my book, like my first one and my second one as well, with a bit of hope. So I want people to feel hopeful after reading the book. Yeah.
Hopeful, right. So let's go back to when you were at school. What was your favorite book when you were at school? And were you writing even back then?
I wasn't like physically like writing that much, but I was making up stories for my siblings. So I would make up stupid stories. Like I think that one time I made up this story about this guy who could turn himself into different kind of animals. So I would tell my siblings that kind of stories. And this is gonna sound a bit psychotic, but I had this like tennis ball that I would like bounce around the house when I was young. And I would just like bounce it around and just like tell stories to myself. And I would write a lot of fan fiction sometimes, like Harry Potter fan fiction. And my favorite books growing up would be, I think, the Harry Potter books. Even though I came to that a bit late, I really love the Chronicles of Narnia books.
Me too.
Yes,
yeah.
the Chronicles of Narnia book. I'm a big fan. Lord of the Rings. I read a lot of fantasy when I was growing up. The Hobbit. The Borrowers. I don't know.
Yes, I know The Borrowers.
Yeah,
the
I read a
little
lot.
people.
I read a lot of classics like Little Woman, The Secret Garden, stuff like that. What else? Yeah, those were the main ones. Like the Little House on the Prairie.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Yeah, I think maybe you guys, the kids, won't know it, but it's like this American classic about this white American family pioneering the West. It's a bit problematic now, but when I was little, I loved it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, I believe we're going to open up for questions from the audience. Has anyone got a question that they would like to ask Pim?
Where am I from?
Where are you from, did you say? Okay, where are you
Great
from?
question. Great question. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand. And so I grew up in Bangkok. I'm from Thailand.
What part of Bangkok did you live in?
Just central, like สุขุมวิท เป็นคนไทยมากๆเลยค่ะ พูดภาษา Lots of people think I'm like foreign, but I'm not. Very Thai.
Okay, I have a mic here, so I'll pass the mic around. So if you have a question, just put your hand up, and I'll try and come round to you.
Do you read your book reviews, and how do you deal with the bad or good ones?
Oh,
Great,
this is a
right.
great question. Some authors read like the reviews like too much, but I've read a couple, and then just to get a feel of like what people are saying, and sometimes when you get a negative review, it does knock your confidence a bit. But then sometimes you have to look at the reviews and kind of be quote unquote like it's subjective. Everyone has their own opinions, and sometimes you have to look whether that review is constructive. Like I've had reviews which are like, oh, I don't like this book because I can't relate to the characters. Then I don't feel a certain type of way about that review because I'm like, okay, then maybe this book is just not for you. And maybe it's just, yeah. So, but I do find it interesting that sometimes I get like white readers, I'm sorry, Caucasian readers who like leave reviews who are like, oh, I can't relate to any of these experiences. I can't relate to any of these characters, which is, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I feel like, oh, that is interesting. But yeah, so sometimes you have to kind of look whether that review is constructive. Yeah.
How long does it take for you to write a book, and what is your process?
Oh, great question. Another great question. So my process always started out with trying to figure out what I want to write about, what I want this book to say, like what's the main message of the book, and then I plan the whole book out, like what's going to happen in chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, all the way to the last chapter, and what will the journeys, the characters go on look like. and then I started writing chapter by chapter. So for me, it took like a year to finish the first draft of the book, maybe like a bit less than a year, 9 months, and then a couple more months to edit and fine tune it. Yeah, so that's but everyone's different. Everyone's process and timeline is different.
Over here, Pim.
Yes.
I hate to ask this question almost, but do you think ChatGPT and artificial intelligence will destroy human writing and human fiction?
Oh, wow. I hope not. I've never used ChatGPT. I feel like this is, this is a tangent, but you know the Will Smith movie, I Am Robot, where he goes like, oh, can you write a symphony, blah, blah, blah. And the robot was like, can you? But yeah, I really hope not, because I think I don't think so, because there's also depth and emotional, what's the right word, nuance, that no matter how hard technology can try, there are always nuances, like human nuances that are missed. And I think that's what I love about good storytelling, that those human emotional moments that are just really hard to kind of put your finger on, but you just makes you feel. And I think that's hard to replicate with ChatGPT, I think.
Yeah, a robot has never had the experience of growing up.
Yeah.
So how can it write about it?
I think it can help with writing announcements or job CVs and stuff, but there's still a long way to go in terms of, I think that's my personal opinion.
How do you characterize your characters in a story?
Oh, sorry, what are you? Oh, how do you, sorry, can you repeat that?
How do you add personality or characterize your characters when writing, when in descriptions or conversations and stuff?
Oh, it's a good question. Usually before I start writing, I start doing a lot of research and planning on the characters. So if anyone who's been to my workshop today will know that I use a couple of techniques. Like, for example, I would write a bunch of stuff about the character. Like, for example, what are their likes and dislikes, trying to build them up as a person as much as I can. Their family background, what their favorite song is, and blah, 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 make them a whole person. And then I give them a journey, an arc for the book, how are they starting the story and where are they ending the story? What's the emotional journey that they are going to go on? How are they going to change throughout the book? So when I'm planning the plot of the book, that emotional journey affects the plot. So when I have my characters, when the characters are solid and when they feel like a real person, while I'm writing it, the dialogue and what that character does will come naturally just from my knowledge of who they are. Does that make sense? Yes.
Was writing a passion from a young age?
Oh, sorry?
Was writing a passion from a young age?
Maybe when I was younger, I didn't realize that, I wanted to be a writer, but I just, like I said, I just love storytelling. I watched a lot of movies, I read a lot of books, and then I think when I was around 12, it just clicked in my mind, maybe being a writer is the way to go, because I feel if I love storytelling that much, then it's writing. And from that point on, it became a passion. Yes.
Okay, I think we've got time for one more question. Go on, Johnny.
Can you tell us one of your fan fictions?
Oh, I will not tell you my username, but I'll tell you what it's about. When I was younger, I read a lot of very cheesy, terrible Harry Potter fan fiction. I don't really remember what happens in them, but there's some romance. And then when I was an adult, I wrote a lot of Star Wars fan fiction. Specifically Rogue One. This is very niche, but there's a thing called alternative universe in fan fiction, which is basically when you put the characters in a different universe in the original. So so I was writing a lot of like Star Wars World War II crossover fan fiction. It's a very niche and very very random. So I would put the Star Wars characters in like World War II scenarios. Like there will be like, I don't know.
Lightsabers in the
Oh.
Second World War.
Oh, I wrote Rogue One, so none of them have Jedi power, but they would be like espionage in like France, Nazi-occupied France, but they would be like Star Wars characters. Yeah,
Excellent.
great question.
All right.
Please
well,
do not search that up.
So that's. I think that's all we have time for now. Do you have any final message for the students of our school, Pim?
There's a question. Oh, we have no more time for questions, right? So
Any more
no.
time, Dom?
No.
Okay. So
I should say that you guys are really, really smart, much smarter than I was when I was at school. So I hope you guys like good luck with all your studies, and if you have like passions and dreams you want to pursue, just give it your best shot, because you never know what might happen.
excellent. Well, thank you so much, Pim. Let's hear a
Thank you,
round of
guys.
applause, please, for Pim Wang Techawat. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us today. Thank you. And I hope you'll stick around and judge our fancy dress costume competition.
All right. Wow. That was an amazing interview. And we will be hearing more from Miss Pim later on during our fashion show. As always, big thanks. The mic. As always, As always, big thanks to those two for their insightful interview. But next, we will move on to our bookmark challenge. Throughout the week, our year 7 to 10 students have been working on creative bookmarks that represent their house. Only the best were chosen and voted in their house groups. The 4 bookmarks that have been given that. Shh. Some technical issues. All right, the 4 bookmarks that have been voted as the best will be printed out, and you can pick these up for free from the library in term 3. So let's get to the results for today. Can Mr. Johnny please come up and announce the winners?
Woo! Cheers, boys. All right, good to see everybody. So I oversaw some of this as well. All of your 7, 8, 9, 10 have made bookmarks. They were chosen top 5, as the boys said. These have been voted for by everybody in your house. You will receive 10 house points if you are the winner. And like I said, it's bragging rights. This will be your house's bookmark for the next year. I'm going to announce the winners. If you are in the audience, could you please stand up and give us a wave? 3 of you should be. I'm going to start with Makara. For Makara, in year 9, we have Bouquet. Please stand up, Bouquet. There is your bookmark, Makara, available in the library in term 3. Next up, we have the best house, Erwan. Ooh, further across. This person is not in the crowd, unfortunately, so at home. It is in year 10, it is Gia. So give a round of applause for Gia. All right, Singer, you're up. Where you at, Singer? In year 8. The winner is Mochi. Which is my personal favorite bookmark. Well done, Mochi. Oh, sorry, you're 9. My bad. And last one, Yaksha, as usual, last. This. Thank you. This person is in year 7, so we're looking over here. And it is AIM, year 7. Well done. A solid bookmark. So 10 house points for all of you, and you can pick up those bookmarks in term 3 at the library. Well done, everybody.
All right. Damn. Some really, really amazing designs right there. Some of them are my favorite. I like them. They're really nice. Don't forget to use them next term. All right?
Now, let's move on to our exciting story challenge. Throughout the day, you have been listening to an exhilarating short story. It's now time for the final installment.
To present the final part, we will have a live reading by our Year 10 students. Please listen carefully and be ready for the quiz once we finish. Let's see what you can win today.
Now, let's welcome our seniors. Please come to the stage, Nene, Sophia, and Linju. Let's go down.
Yeah. So they left her there while they went about their business, searching the house. Occasionally, one of the detectives asked her another question. Sometimes Jack Noonan spoke to her gently as he passed by. Her husband, he told her, had been killed by a blow on the back of the head, administered with a heavy blunt instrument, almost certainly a large piece of metal. They were looking for the weapon. The murderer may have taken it with them, but on the other hand, they may have thrown it away or hidden it somewhere on the premises.
It's the old story.
He said.
Get the weapon and you've got the man.
Later, one of the detectives came up and sat beside her.
Did you know?
He asked.
Of anything in the house that could have been used as the weapon? Would she mind having a look around to see if anything was missing a very big spanner? For example, a heavy metal vase?
They didn't have any metal vases.
She said.
Or a big spanner?
She didn't think they had a big spanner, but there might be some things like that in the garage. The search went on. She knew that there were other policemen in the garden all around the house. She could hear their footsteps on the gravel outside, and sometimes she saw a flash of a torch through a chink in the curtains. It began to get late, nearly 9, she noticed by the clock on the mantel. The foreman searching the room seemed to be growing wary, a little annoyed.
Jack,
she said the next time Sergeant Noonan went by.
Would you mind giving me a drink?
Sure, I'll give you a drink. You mean this whiskey?
Yes, please, but just a small one. It might make me feel better.
He handed her the glass.
Why don't you have one for yourself?
She said.
You must be awfully tired. Please do. You've been very good to me.
Well,
he answered.
It's not strictly allowed, but I might just take a drop to keep me going.
One by one, the others came in and were persuaded to take a little glass of whiskey. They stood around rather awkwardly with their drinks in their hand, uncomfortable in her presence, trying to say comforting things to her. Sergeant Noonan wandered into the kitchen, came out quickly, and said,
Look, Mrs. Maloney, you know that oven of yours is still on and the meat is still inside?
Oh, dear me.
She cried.
So it is.
I better turn it off for you, hadn't I?
Will you do that, Jack? Thank you so much.
When the sergeant returned the second time, she looked at him with her large, dark, tearful eyes.
Jack Noonan?
She said.
Yes?
Would you do me a small favor, you and these others?
We can try, Mrs. Maloney.
Well,
she said,
here you all are, and good friends of dear Patrick's too, and helping to catch the man who killed him. You must be terribly hungry by now because it's long past supper time. I know Patrick would never forgive me, God bless his soul, if I allowed you to remain in his house without offering you a decent hospitality. Why don't you eat up that lamb that's in the oven? It'll be cooked just right by now.
Wouldn't dream of it,
Sergeant Noonan said.
Please,
she begged.
Please eat it. Personally, I couldn't tough a thing. Certainly not what's been in the house when he was here. But it's all right for you. It'd be a favor to me if you eat it up. Then you can go on with your work again afterwards.
There was a good deal of hesitating among the 4 policemen, but they were clearly hungry, and in the end they were persuaded to go into the kitchen and help themselves. The woman stayed where she was, listening to them speaking among themselves, their voices thick and sloppy because their mouths were full of meat.
Have some more, Charlie?
No, better not finish it.
She wants us to finish it. She said so. Be doing her a favor.
Okay, then give me some more.
That's a hell of a big club the guy must have used to hit poor Patrick.
One of them was saying.
The dog says his skull was smashed to pieces, just like from a sledgehammer.
That's why it ought to be easy to find.
Exactly what I say.
Whoever did it, they're not going to be carrying a thing around with them longer than they need.
One of them burped.
Personally, I think it's right here on the premises.
Probably right under our very noses. What do you think, Jack?
And in the other room, Mary Maloney began to giggle.
Testing. Whoa. Crazy. My God. That was such a that was unexpected. What an unexpected ending. Never expected that in a million years. So, it's now time for you to compete for our prizes and see who was listening carefully.
Now, please scan the QR code that will be coming up, and we'll start in 1 minute. So 1 minute to register in. If not, you probably
already
won't be able
saw
to play.
the prizes. They're on the slide.
Move to the side.
Wow. I'll like to thank the delegate. Excellent POI are responding through the chairs by saying no.
So now, I should now hand the ground back to the chair. The floor back to the chair.
I'll give the ground. I shall now yield the floor back to the chair. I would like to thank the delegate of Nene for the excellent POI on this question by responding through the chairs by saying, "What an unexpected ending."
Have you ever not finished the time when you were in the chair?
Drama, nearly. You have to switch seats. For theater club, nearly once. It was for Willy Wonka. I couldn't find my gold tickets. Sorry, no, not Willy Wonka. Okay, so we had to do a Cinderella show. And I had tickets I had to give, the air is giving a ball. And I had to give out the tickets. I nearly couldn't find the tickets in time. Yes. 1 minute?
Oh, we'll start now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll start now. Maybe we can give them 10 seconds, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
people are
okay,
still
and let's
joining.
go. Let's start.
Oh, you're too late, guys.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
You snooze, you lose, as they say.
Exactly.
At the beginning of the story, Mary Maloney is... Oh, a lot
Time's
of
up.
people already. Time's up. Wow, only like 40 people did that.
Mio's first? Oh, Noe.
Noe, you're 8.
990 points, dang. Okay, on to the next question. What does Mary's husband do for work? Pretty obvious one, if I might say so myself.
I don't know, it's probably like
She's probably a chef, though.
It's probably-
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. They're probably a chef. Let
All right, time's up.
Let's see.
Next question, or sorry, leaderboard first. Who's in first?
Jelly!
Jelly now in
Take
first.
the win. Waiting. Yeah, takes the win.
All right, next question. When Patrick tells his pregnant wife, Mary, that he's leaving her, he tells her not to make any problems. What reason does he give when he says this? Nah, no.
10 seconds.
So that when we call them back up to the stage for the fashion show, they get your power time.
Let's see. Deals on leaderboard. Yak attack.
The Yaksha attack?
Yaksha comeback?
Are they proving that they're not last?
Whoa, surprising.
There's a revolution going on, I guess.
Wait, let's see. What is Mary's reaction right after she kills Patrick? Yeah, she's sad, man. She's the wife of Patrick Bateman. Of course she's calm. Mr. Dom. He's on the leader. Yak Attack is still in first place.
Wow.
Seems Yaksha is really proving themselves today.
We're not even sure. We're not even sure if it's Yaksha.
I mean, like, giving them hope, I guess.
Okay, next question. What is the real reason that Mary's ghost shopping for groceries?
To buy more meat. Get more meat. There's gotta be a reason, right? He wants to confess to Sam.
And time's up.
See, still first. Yak
and
Attack.
Yak Attack still at first.
With Kate and Namsai following right behind.
All right, next question. What dessert does Sam the grocer recommend that Mary should buy?
It's gotta be mango sticky rice, man.
Yeah, I agree. Mango sticky rice.
It's my dad's personal favorite. Oh, damn, Yak Attack still first. Wow, great wowzers.
It would be really funny if Yak Attack wasn't Yaksha, I'm gonna be honest.
That would be funny. But it's home. Okay, let's see. How does Mary react when she returns home from the shop and sees her dead husband?
No, she's sad. No.
Yeah, I just want to see this.
5 seconds.
And that's time.
Okay, next question. Or leaderboards first? Or I guess leaderboards first. Oh.
Yak Attack is far ahead. 700-ish points ahead.
Yeah.
Actually, is it 7? I don't know.
Only a few questions left. Okay. One of the police officers believed that the murder weapon is what?
Never found the weapon? It's gotta be poison.
That is true.
A gun? Where's the bullet? A sharp knife? Where's the... where's the... A sledgehammer. Where's the sledgehammer? Where is it?
Okay, Yakatak still going strong at first. Lee right after.
About 1,000 points.
About 1,000 points ahead.
It's like 2 questions worth.
Okay. Next question. What happened to the actual murder weapon?
It's poison, guys. It's in her blood.
The police ate it. The police ate it. I swear. I swear the police ate it.
It was given to the police. That's crazy.
Ooh, new second place. Jelly's back up.
Ooh.
Wait, Annie, year 12? When did she get here?
Crazy. Let's see, what is Mary doing at the end of the story? Very quick answers right there. Did they guess? Did they know? Did they spam? Yeah, she is talking to her sister on the phone.
How did someone not even get it? Last question.
Yeah. Time's up.
Let's see if there's any changes to the leaderboard.
Who is in first? Oh, this is the last.
Oh, last question.
Oh, let's see.
Let's announce the winners then.
And the winner is
Yakatak!
Whoa, wowzers!
Thank you to everybody who participated today.
Oh, also, Yakatak, please reveal yourselves or else you won't be given the prize for misidentification or something along the lines of that.
All right, if you are Yakatak, can you stand up? Is it someone in here or not? All right, it might be somebody watching online, perhaps. Okay. If you're watching it online, please let me know who you are so you can get your prize.
All right, thank you to everyone who participated today. Our winners can collect the prizes from Mr. Dom after the show.
Now,
listen up, please. Listen up.
we will now be moving on to the grand finale of our show. Our book characters fashion show.
Each tutor class in Key Stage 3 has chosen one representative to come up on stage today and show you their costume. We have a panel of judges who will be asking some questions and crowning our winner today. Welcome to our esteemed judges, Mr. Alex, Miss Kira, and once again, Miss Pim.
Each contestant will first come onto the stage and show us their amazing costume. Maybe a little pose, a little dance. After this, they will return to the stage to answer some quick fire questions and try to impress our judges.
They will be scoring each contestant out of 30 based on their creativity, visual impact, and representation of the character.
It's now time to welcome our first contestant.
Okay, starting with Mr. Jordan's tutor group. Get and Ivy as Hermione Granger and Weasley. Okay, next, from Mr. Radek's house, Yoko as Susan Bone. Also Harry Potter. Harry Potter's really popular apparently. Apologies. Okay, next from Mrs. Sahiba's tutor group, Moon Gale as Hermione Granger once again. From Harry Potter once again. After that, Tara. as Where's Wally? And as you can see, you gotta find him. He's literally not here.
Where is Wally?
Bro, where is he?
Oh! Found him! We found Wally!
Okay, next, from Mr. George's tutor group. Guys, and also, when you come up to the stage, please slow down. Please slow down. You can do a pose or something. And this is Hira and Shireen as Himeno and Kobeni from Chainsaw Man, the popular anime. Next up, Mrs. Ropa's tutor group with 3 people, Bona, Una, Snowman, and Google. 4 actually. 4 people. And she slipped. Good. Now next off, Ploy as Boy, the character, in a book called A Place Called Perfect. Next stop from Miss Sierra's tutor group, Nice as Akane Kurokawa from Oshinoko. Man, you gotta do the eye thing. Oh my god. Okay, next up from Mrs. Joyce's tutor group, Maya as Bella Swan from Twilight. After that, Mr. Chris's tutor group with Ozone, Alice, and Preem as White Rabbit and Pin as Cheshire Cat. Next up, Mr. Williams tutor group with Nemo as Little Red Riding Hood. Whoa, money!
Candy!
Oh wait, that's not money, it's candy. Okay, now for our last person, from Mr. David's tutor group, Missile as Jack. Now, it's time for our quickfire round. We'll bring back each contestant to the stage to answer one question related to their costume. Please give them a big round of applause when they enter the stage.
Give them a moment to recuperate.
Yep, but we should give them a moment to recuperate first. Okay, let's... First person, the IT guy. Ask him a question. Okay.
Credit when credit's due.
Yeah, you gotta give credit when credit's due. Okay, let's hope our contestants are ready in a few moments. We got the thumbs up. So, once again, please enter the stage, Mr. Jordan Leach's tutor group.
Round of applause, please. Yep.
Yep.
Hello, Get and Ivy. I've got a quick question for you. What's your favorite moment from the book?
My favorite moment from the book is like when they all share like friendship and stuff like that. It's really emotional and I really like it.
Brilliant. Do you relate to those characters?
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Good. Thank you. All right. Yeah, do you want to make a comment?
Which part of your costume are you most proud of?
Comment.
Oh, comment.
Just did a question.
Oh, they got another question.
All right.
Nope. Comment.
We like your owl.
We like we like your use of props. We like your use of props.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely very creative. Brilliant. Thank you.
Woo!
Go now.
Now I'll just be introducing them by their tutor groups. Mr. Radek's tutor group, please come up. Wow, big round of applause for this one.
Hi.
Why did you choose this character?
Because she joins Dumbledore's army even though her aunt was in the Ministry of Magic and had a chance of her family getting killed.
That's actually a really, really good point.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Yes, thank you.
Well done.
Okay, next up on Spip Got Talent, Mrs. Sahiba's tutor group. Yes, Spip Got Talent. I mean, we do got talent.
Tell us a quote from the book which represents your character.
It's Vanguardian Leviosa. It's not Leviosa.
Wow.
Well done. We like the quote.
Okay, next, Mrs. Ding May's tutor group. I wonder what he's gonna do. He actually has no voice lines at all. Yeah, he has no dialogue.
Okay, so you are Wally from Where's Wally?
Yeah.
Is that right? Brilliant. Which part of your costume are you most proud of?
I like all of it.
Yeah. Any part in particular?
Maybe my glasses because I don't normally wear it.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. That's a good point. I really like your hat. I think it's a really good part of it. Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, next up, Mr. George's tutor group.
Yes.
You know, I just realized you could wear a suit and basically say you're any character.
Hi. Can you tell us a little bit about the book? As judges, we're not fully familiar with your characters.
It's actually it's actually from a manga, which was later produced as an anime, and we both watch it and we both like it, so we choose this book.
Excellent. Excellent use of makeup as well. Well done.
Yes. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Mrs. Ropa's tutor group.
The next person is I'll look at them up after.
Wow, okay. Hi. So why do you guys choose this character? Can you tell us a little bit about your decision?
So, the reason I choose Santa Claus in this character because Christmas is my favorite season of all time, and I'm a quite religious people, and Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ, and that's why I choose Santa Claus.
Which one of you is the snow dog? Oh, you both look like snowmen.
There's Una as
Snow dog.
Snowman, Gu as Snow Dog, Yim as Santa Claus, and Bona as Bona.
Excellent. Good representation. Thank you. Well done.
Yeah, I guess that proves it. Okay, next, Mr. Tapp's tutor group. Please come up. Boy as boy. Boy as boy.
Hello, Ploy. Your character's name is Boy. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds
Hello.
familiar. And the book is called A Place Called Perfect.
Yes.
Brilliant. And why did you choose this character?
It's just the place called Perfect is the novel I've been reading now, and when the school started a book day costume thingy, and the character in my novel has a short hair and I have lots of black holes, so I think yeah, this could work.
Yeah, it sounds like you really relate to that character, so that's good to hear.
Except one thing that I'm not a guy.
That one thing. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, thanks a lot, Ploy. Round of applause, please. Thanks.
Okay, next, Miss Kira's tutor group, and once again from a manga.
All right, tell us, what is your favorite moment from the book?
My favorite moment from the book is the scene that the character copy the eyes of the main character thing, and they act like the past one that the main character die is come to the character of herself. Yeah.
Well done. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, next up, Mrs. Joyce's tutor group.
amazing, Bella Swan. Can you tell us your favorite Bella moment or quote?
Oh, quote. Okay, there's a lot of quotes in the books, right? But one of them will probably have to be, I think it was like, death is peaceful, but life is harder.
Excellent,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes, great.
Well done. Woo!
I can see the boys just putting their hands on their ears. Okay, next up, Mr. Chris's tutor group.
Okay, so this is Alice in Wonderland. Classic novel. Which part of your costume are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of the apron because it was the hardest part to find, and I actually succeeded in finding it in 2 days. So thank you.
Okay, yeah, well done. All right, we love the rabbit.
I also love the hair for the cat ears. Well done. Thank you.
Okay, last but not least, Mr. David's tutor group.
Last and not actually last.
Oh,
There are a
last
few
but
to
not
go.
actually least, Mr. Williams tutor group. Sorry. We're subverting expectations
Hi
here.
guys. Hello. Tell us, why did you choose this character?
Well, I really like Red Riding Hood. I like her outfit. It's easy to put together. Did you know that this is actually homemade? It's really cute.
It is.
Yeah, I also admire her character. Like, a lot of people think she's stupid, but I think she just needs glasses.
Also, did you make the cape yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, last but actually least, Mr. David's tutor group.
Okay, so I'm a Liverpool fan. So can you please tell us why we should give you points for being a Manchester United player?
There's no reason, really.
Now's the time to.
Because Man United are amazing.
Also, what is your favorite moment from the book that you chose?
When Jack got called up to go to the stadium to go play for them.
Thank you.
By the way, if you're wondering, the book he chose was When I Grow Up, I'm going to play for Manchester United. Okay. Okay, all right. Our judges will now confer for 1 minute, and Mr. Alex will be announcing the top 3. Can we all have our contestants back on the stage to find out the winner? A lot of stage movement, actually. Yep, we'll go back now. And also, Mr. Alex, can you please come up also to present the stage winners? You guys will all be standing here for a few moments while our judges contemplate the winner. Hold tight, guys. All right, just hold on a little bit while the judges are still making their decision, and we'll put on some elevator music. Elevator music. Tell them jokes. If you guys want, should we tell jokes or something, or nah? Oh, we're ready.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Hang on. Oh, look, there it is. Oh, yeah, I will. I'm going. Thanks. You all look so nervous. Don't read it. Don't read it. Okay, in reverse order, we're going to go with third place. Third place is Hermione Granger and Ginny Granger from 7JLE. Get an Ivy. Well done. You've won a prize. I haven't got it for you. Good. Round of applause. Excellent. Okay. In second place, we have Alice in Wonderland. So Ozone Preem and Pin from 9 CTE. Well done. Excellent. Great work. And in first place with a grand prize of 1,500 bahts worth of book vouchers is Little Red Riding Hood. Well done, Nemo. There you go. Come up here. That's it. Got to give you the prize. You've even got a bag to put it in. Well done. Excellent. I really like your answers to the questions. Really made it. Brilliant. Thank you. All right, another round of applause for all of our costume competitors. Excellent work from everyone. Thank you.
All right, everybody, all contestants, please head off the stage. You can come back later for a photo shoot. Okay, you'll stand.
Are we actually doing it? No. Okay. We shouldn't. Happy birthday. And one last note. No soap. Great.
All right, come on, cool, it's yours.
Wait, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, what an incredible performance by all of our contestants.
Sorry, one sec.
Thank you to all of the contestants. Truly some imaginative performances.
Back to you.
Now, it's time to end our show. We would like to thank all of our contestants and contributors today. It's been an honor to host the first SPIB World Book Day event, and we wish everybody a great rest of their day.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Okay, don't leave yet, please, don't leave yet. So, it is the end of the day. You have got to stay at school until 2, but you have free time until then. You don't have to go to tutor class. You can do what you wish, but stay in the school until 2 p.m., please.